So red, it was red, black, white.
That seems like Team Italia.
Team Italia?
Yeah.
I thought there was only one Team Italia player.
It's
Gerard Fabiano.
Well, no, it actually has a following now. He did pretty well, and then people actually started playing it. So it's actually grown into a deck archetype.
So we're gonna see a Thoughtseize here by Ben. AJ has the mental misstep, and it looks like he's thinking of what to do here. He's gonna go crack his Delta, and probably just counter his mental the Thoughtseize rather.
Crack secluded Delta. Gonna get one of our colorful land, Tropical Island.
Tropical Island.
I feel like I need to tell what each one of these lands are and what every card we're gonna play because we're gonna see a variety of cards.
We're gonna see cards that we don't see too often.
And there is a mental misstep for the alternate casting cost of a blue.
Yes,
it's usually just free and pay 2 life.
The least paid way of mental misstep, and then one of the biggest cards that are impacting Legacy right now. Makes up all sorts of just jamming mental misstep in there. Just great for a lot of the major Legacy plays. Ben draws a Wasteland for his turn. Vindicate in his hand. So Lightning Bolt.
Just heard from the chat that the Revelark Mirror Entity combo deck, that was a Benjamin Peebles Mundy creation.
Oh, all right.
So we got a deck builder in the house.
The Stoneforge Mystics in this deck. If you did not see the deck, Gerard Fabiano played at a recent 5K. He has a Stoneforge Mystic package with Figure of Destiny, Grim Lavamancers, Vindicates. I believe he also played Hymn to Turox. He even had a Gerard's Verdict. I don't know if everyone's adapted that, but he even had Gerard's Verdict in his deck. Stoneforge Mystic, Brainstorm in response. Let's see what AJ finds here.
Stoneforge Mystic is becoming a staple card in every format that is viable. And the thing is, the only real change from the selection of equipment that you have is now Battle Skull. Because before Battle Skull, every equipment was just an equipment. But now when you cast a Stoneforge Mystic, and then you go get Battle Skull, and then you pay 2 to put a 4/4 Vigilance Life Streak.
That can bounce back to your hand.
That you can bounce it back to your hand and just replay. It pushed this guy over the edge. He is over the edge, sort of like the mountain climber on the Price is Right game.
Some people are actually claiming that the best 2-drop in Legacy now is not Tarmogoyf, is not Dark Confidant, but actually Stoneforge Mystic.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
it's been pretty awesome.
It's pretty good. It's climbing the ranks, definitely.
All right, so after the Brainstorm and Force of Will on the Stoneforge Mystic, AJ shuffles up his deck with a Misty Rainforest to get some fresh cards on top of there. That one's a value, black-green. Draws a Smother for his turn, and plays Underground Sea, and Hymn to Turok.
Actually, Smother's really good against Battle Skull. You just kill the pest token. I guess it's a germ. Is it a pest or
it's a germ?
It's a germ.
And then it bounces to your hand, though.
Yeah, but then they have to pay 5 the hard way.
Well, he gets 2 Wastelands off the Hymn to Turok. But there's still another Wasteland and a Vindicate in hand.
Yeah, Ben still has all these Wastelands.
Yeah, that's probably the 2 cards that Ben wanted to get rid of, since he had another Wasteland, has a Vindicate, and just drew a Hymn to Turok. So there goes the Wasteland. He's going to float a blue in response.
Yep, looks like they're going to go into the second main phase, and there's Hymn to Turok.
Gets rid of Dark Confidant and the Smother previously drawn. AJ just like,
see, that's how you play Legacy. See, you need to be taking notes right there. You get him down to 2 land and no cards, and then you draw a Tarmogoyf. And now the Tarmogoyf's what, 5/6?
Well, now it dies a Vindicate, just like that. But does AJ draw his own Hymn to Turok? He might just play it. He plays him.
Yep,
gets
there's
one
him.
card.
And this is what Hymn to Turok magic looks like. Where both players are playing Hymn to Turok. We're just off the top.
Right, so AJ. Don't see what AJ draws for a turn, but Ben plays the Aaron Mason, not wanting to get him to Turok out again.
You have to play every card that you get now. If you can't cast it, you're in danger of getting the Thoughtseize him.
Especially when they pass the turn, you're like, oh, what's that one card he kept?
I guess I'll him your 1 card away.
All right, here we go. After thinning his deck with Arid Mesa, he draws a Wasteland, is it? Is this Wasteland number 4? And he does draw Wasteland and gets rid of the Underground Sea. So Ben's taking care of AJ's mana base pretty well. But
AJ's got this
it.
under control. You just draw another land.
Here's
and here we go.
Mystic. Alright, trouble could start coming now. Probably find Batterskull here.
I'd have to guess that there's a Batterskull in Benjamin's deck, and he's going to go get it. I think that's the only
Batterskull seems the best. I saw other equipment. Oh, he has the sword.
That's a sword. Is that Light and Shadow? That's
Fire
Fire
Nice.
Nice?
That's Fire Nice. But would you get the sword right now if AJ has one removal spell?
I know. Well, the sword got Thoughtseize away, so it doesn't matter what you get.
He knew it was going to happen. He's like, I just want to. But honestly, which one? Don't you think you'd want Batterskull in a situation where both of you just have no cards in hand?
I like Batterskull.
There's Grim Lava Master now. From the Fire and Lightning deck. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Because I don't believe
this Grim Lava Master is going to be the backbreaker, because all those cards that got discarded, they're each 1 damage. It's like Psychotog, except you have to wait a few turns.
Psychotog was pretty sweet.
It's okay. Maybe we should bring him back. Are we bringing Psychotog back?
I don't know. Because all the other creatures are so much better now.
I thought about singing the I'm Bringing Sexy Back song instead of putting in Psychotog, but I decided that wasn't a good idea.
And you sound dated. You're like, yeah, I'm pretty dated.
Well, you know, I would have made it
Timberlake
cool.
and Psychotog?
I would have made it cool because Timberlake was just on Saturday Night Live, so it's fine.
That's true. He did a great job.
He's in again. He's in. Oh, there's that Batterskull.
Just draw your Batterskull.
See, if you draw a Batterskull.
So what am I talking about? I don't know anything about this. So AJ has a Jace the Mind Sculptor in his hand. I couldn't see what was behind it, but this game looks like it's getting out of reach now with Ben with a great board, and he could just sit there and protect his Batterskull for the rest of the game, and AJ's going to be in huge trouble.
So what can AJ pull off the top of his deck to get himself out of this? Because the top of his deck has been pretty nice so far.
I can't see what you could really.
Trick question. He's not coming back.
Got me good. Got me good. Damnation. You don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like land damnation.
Well, he has Jason. Just needs one more land.
Jason doesn't do much.
He also has a hymn. I like how AJ has one picture, like one of each of the pictures of him for his hymns. That card isn't tricky. You just throw it out there once you get it.
Hymn of Turok. Oh, you're playing a Fallen Empires card. The only reason Fallen Empires packs are not worth 0. So AJ packs it in. And after what looked like an alright start for AJ, the Hymn of Turok really put him way behind, and then Ben just pulled ahead with better cards off the top of his deck. So while the players get ready for game 2.
You know, you may have noticed the lack of Rashad tokens on that Batterskull, and for that I apologize. That we had an issue with getting the cards out to the tournament. But if you really want someone to blame, I would say blame Kibler, but there's no graphic to tell anyone to blame.
You could blame.
Oh wait, there is a graphic. Where'd
Kibler.
that come from? Oh my God, I can't believe Kibler stopped me from getting Rashad tokens to Providence.
Yeah, if Gaming Etc. just reminded us to blame Kibler, we'd know. But if you guys want to blame Kibler and purchase some cool monster binders, t-shirts, and of course magic cards and other supplies, check out gamingetc.com. You can go on Facebook and blame Kibler on Facebook. tinyurl/blame Kibler. Use coupon code GGsLive to save 10% off your entire purchase. Support them for supporting us, and you can blame Kibler for not having our tokens here.
You said it, Ray. Did you like my co-signing? What he said? Rusty approves. Rusty the cameraman.
I feel like Ben's just looking at his deck. It's like, all these cards are so awesome. I don't want to take any of them out. AJ's taking out his Force of Wills and his Mental Missteps, it looks like. He's going to bring in Dark Blast, Life of the Loam, Corrosive Grip, and Pernicious Deed. So he's taking out his counters and bringing more removal spells, it looks like here. It looks like AJ might want some counters after all, so brings in 2 Force of Wills after pulling them out.
This is definitely pretty close to a mirror match where one deck is using counter magic and like Tarmogoyf's another deck is using burn spells and lava masters. But the strategy is the same. Get rid of the hand, destroy like wastelands, destroy anything that's really important, and then just grind them out with whatever the first threat it is that you draw.
All right, so AJ even has a misdirection he's bringing in. Misdirection's huge against him to Turok.
Oh yeah, that was one of the.
It's like counter and get you for 2.
I mean, you still lose 2 cards.
Yeah, but it feels so good.
They lose 3 cards. You get to pick your 2 cards.
Yeah, you pick the 2 you want. They lose 3. Again, if you're just joining us right now, you haven't missed anything. This is game 2, going into game 2, round 3 of Grand Prix Providence, the Legacy Grand Prix here in Rhode Island. In the booth right now is myself, Ray Punzalan, and Rashad Miller.
Hi. I have a cold, but you can't tell because I'm a trooper.
Yeah. I could tell. You were crying all morning.
Dude, that was before I had my tea and crumpets.
You said something about my fever's 99.5 and I can't handle it.
That was the radio station I was listening to this morning.
It's a U.S. country station. It's a Chicago country station. I don't know if it's nationwide.
I don't know why I could get it in Providence, but those FM radio waves, they reach pretty far. It's just a country station, because you got to have your country.
Seems like I'm surprised. Look at all these people here. I saw Saito walking around again. He just loves trading.
It's got to be worth flying to a GP and trading. I guess he gets a lot of value out of his Japanese.
Whenever I watch, he doesn't. Whenever I watch him, he trades his Japanese a lot lower than the dealers sell him for. So everyone's all over him to trade it, and he just wants nice looking English cards.
I guess everyone's a winner, right?
He gets a lot of value too, and he's able to load up on legacy staples. Some cards that are lacking in the Japanese market.
Right, so while AJ shuffles, why don't you tell us your favorite AJ Sacher story?
My favorite AJ Sacher story? I don't know. They're all so awesome.
Yeah, they're all pretty awesome. Maybe we should save that for a later time.
We'll have AJ tell some of them. Oh, no. We'll get Gerard Fabiano to tell his favorite AJ story.
Yeah, he's actually got a few good ones.
I like the Team AJ from Denver. That was good.
That was actually pretty funny.
It is. What his sister and
I don't know,
some other friends had some Team AJ t-shirts following AJ around. But that we're just about to start. Here we go.
Let's draw a 7. Let's hope it's a good 7.
AJ has some Hymn to Turox, a Wasteland. I didn't see colored mana in there. There might be a fetch land that I can't clearly make out, but he might be. Yep, he's sending it back. Oh no, he doesn't send it back. He faked me out. So both players keep the Stoneforge Mystic and Ben on top of Ben's hand. He draws a Marsh Flats to join the Wasteland in his hand. Starts off with Arid Mesa.
Well, I was looking at the chat and it looks like we're already in the overflow room.
Wow.
I know.
Thanks everyone for watching. Let everyone know we are live here.
Or thanks for just sitting in the chat. Maybe you're just in the chat and not watching the stream, which
they
that's cool.
They closed the stream down and gone to IRC. It's like, I just like talking to the Genius Live chat people. Both players mirroring each other's moves. Here goes Wasteland on Wasteland. So AJ's probably just responds, trying to get Arid Mesa, and of course Ben's not going to let that happen and goes searching with Arid Mesa.
Man, these guys are bright. I don't know what I would have done. That was kind of tricky.
That's why you play 43 lands. You're like, I'm just going to play all these.
Get a good look at the Peebles. Can I call them the Peebles?
The Peebles with Plateau. He has a Grim Lavamancer to join the board. Just waiting for AJ to shuffle up. There's Grim Lavamancer. That will probably resolve. And without any other lands in AJ's hand, he's probably going to crack this Verdant Catacomb to get some brainstorm action in hopes to build his mana base next turn.
Now, did AJ take out his mental missteps?
He took
because
out...
that may have been a mental misstep on his part.
He took out... he took out Force of Wills and mental missteps. Then he started bouncing around how many to keep of each. So we don't know exactly.
I think Force of Will might be pretty bad, especially against a deck that wants to just hem you out. But mental misstep seems a little bit valuable because at least you can 1-for-1 the thought seizes and you can get like Grim Lava Masters, which are kind of a nuisance. And being able to counter a Thoughtseize without them seeing your hand seems pretty
AJ's
good.
pretty experienced though, so I'm not gonna judge what he does.
I mean, he is smarter than I am.
He's played a lot more Legacy than we have.
Sorry.
So AJ's resolving a Brainstorm right now. He picked up a Misty Rainforest after it, one of the best cards to get off a Brainstorm, just so he could reshuffle at least one card away that he didn't want. On top of his deck, he's going to put Jace the Mind Sculptor, looks like that. Puts the Jace the Mind Sculptor and the land on top, with the Jace being the second card. Oh, changes his mind again. Jace is going to be the first card now. And a random card I couldn't see as a second card. AJ takes his turn.
That looks like is that Limdo's fault? No, that's not Limdo's fault. That's a Verdant Catacombs. What am I doing? It's the cold. Anytime that I say a card that's wrong, it's because I have a sinus cold and I can't see.
Blame it on the cold. Here goes AJ with Misty Rainforest. See if he goes for double back. Here gets another Underground Sea. It's a lot of 2-drops in this hand. Let's wonder which one he's going to pick. And he starts off with.
You got to go with.
you got
him. I think it's always him, then Goyf. Because you gotta get those Goyfs nice and healthy.
Nice and big. To race this Grim Lava Master
They
too.
feed off of that him, the Turok.
6 cards in Ben's hand. Alright, let's see what cards go away.
Let's just keep rolling ones and never roll
never
a
gonna
non-one. I think they just decided that 1 was the first card. I don't think he actually rolled a 2. I think it was like, you know what, 1's just the first card.
So if you didn't see that, it was Swords of Plowshare and Stoneforge Mystic. Not too shabby for him and Turok here. Grim Lava Master is going to crack in because Ben has a real play. Looks like it might be a Dark Confidant. Arid Mesa cracked, dropping Ben down to 18.
What to get?
Look at him, he's studying his hand carefully.
It's actually pretty important to make sure you get the right lands in Legacy. It's not like Standard. Even Standard a while ago when you had, let's say, Ravnica Duel Standard or Extended. Extended, getting the right land mattered, but Standard a while ago, you just got the land that you needed. Now, you need to consider, Wasteland, being able to cast all the spells that you want, because a lot of these decks are 2 or 3 color.
Especially if you're not running a full set of each land.
Right.
Because then you run out of what to find.
Yeah, that's usually the case a lot of the times. A lot of times decks want to minimize the number of non-basic lands they have, so they run 2 or 3 of, the dual lands in their main color, and the rest basic lands or other utility land.
See, AJ is going to find a land here. He has a Pernicious Deed. Pernicious Deed doesn't seem too bad on this board. You get a 2-for-1 there, 2 huge cards, and Ben basically can't do anything on his
Yeah,
turn.
there's nothing the Team Italia deck can do to interact with the Deed. I don't believe that there's any white enchantment removal that this deck has brought in, especially in this matchup.
It's not too common. He might have like some artifact enchantment removal, like
Vindicate usually.
Vindicate. That's true. Here's a hint of Turok for Ben.
Yep, that's off of the Dark Confidant.
And there's a Stoneforge Mystic drawn, so Stoneforge Mystic's not going to get played here.
Oh man, Bob is going to town. I don't know what kind of weapon does Bob use. Does he have a wand? He is a wizard.
He uses his he's won a Pro Tour, right? He uses his Pro Tour trophy and smashes the head of his opponents. Scrubland now. Scrubland, Badlands, and Plateau. I think the 3 cheapest duels in Legacy.
Maybe that was the reason around Team Italia.
These are the cheapest duels. I didn't want to buy blue duels. I guess the green-white one's pretty cheap.
Right,
Frozen Grip and Tarmogoyf. Leaving... Oh, AJ likes that. It leaves him with a land and Jace the Mind Sculptor.
that's perfect.
Oh, he has
Oh no,
Brainstorm there?
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm and Jace.
He's gonna peel the land.
He doesn't even want to... He doesn't need the land right now just because he has the Deed he's going to crap.
Right. And you know Deed does not destroy planeswalkers. It was templated similar to like Niverenial's disc,
Yeah.
where
It just names everything it can
yeah,
destroy.
it just named all the things that it can destroy, and you know back then there weren't any planeswalkers, so
Let's see. Okay, so Deed for 2 responds. Grim Lavamancer removes 2 cards to shoot AJ down for 2 more damage. AJ has a Brainstorm in his hand along with 2 Jace the Mind Sculptors. Ben's hand after this draw is a Grim Lavamancer, Stoneforge Mystic he just picked up. Stoneforge resolves. Probably finding the Sword of Fire and Ice again since he already has the Batter Skull. Is it Umezawa's Jitte in his deck? There's the Sword of Fire and Ice. There's
Sword of Fire and Ice. I think that's mostly Jace protection, so that whatever you stick the sword on can't get bounced by Jace. Although I see a lot of sort of Light and Shadow just to get around the black removal. But I don't know that the Aegis deck has a lot of black removal other than Pernicious Deed, which, doesn't care about either of those.
Ben did see Smother, though, through a Hymn of Turok game once.
Right, there was a Smother.
Yeah.
I think Smother is going to go up in utility because there aren't a lot of non-smotherable creatures that are being played in Legacy decks right now.
Is it better than Go for the Throat? What can't Go for the Throat kill that in Legacy? Metalworker, I guess.
Can't kill Metalworker or a lot of the affinity
The affinity
creatures.
guys.
And affinity creatures have gotten a lot cheaper in cost as well because there are a lot of quality one drops.
But Smother can't hit those guys either.
But Smother can hit the one drops.
Oh, the one drops.
Yeah, they're playing a lot less like Frogmighty
Mirror.
creatures.
Okay.
Okay, so AJ's brainstorming. Let's see what he comes up with. Any great ideas?
Let's see what he...
What are you thinking over there, AJ?
A land on top. He has his Jace still in his hand. Right. So AJ resolves his Brainstorm. He has another Pernicious Deed. So AJ's in a situation here. Maybe he wants to hold on his Deed. Oh no, he goes with Thoughtseize in order to get rid of the sword. Oh, there's and the Batter Skull he saw. And another Stoneforge Mystic. So, Stoneforge Mystic is not going to be taken away. Batter Skull seems to... Yeah, and AJ does pick Batter Skull.
Those Mystics are getting worse and worse the more artifacts go to the graveyard. It's not like he's packing Sun Titan in his Legacy deck to get him back.
I don't see it sticking here.
So here's AJ. He has another Pernicious Deed, so we might be playing this, but AJ's only at 9 life.
There's another Pernicious Deed, so he's definitely playing a control game. This is a situation where you have similar decks and usually do sideboarding. One player needs to take on the control deck role. The other player needs to just be the beatdown deck.
AJ decided obviously on the control role. Ben drew a Badlands for his turn. He could I don't know what he wants to do. He probably just attacks and passes the turn now.
I mean, his hand isn't very exciting.
There's a Sword of Fire Ice and a Stoneforge Mystic, but there's a Deed in play.
He's kind of forced just to...
So he's going to...
Oh, he's got to force... He gets a card out of it.
Because he hits... And 2 extra damage, right?
Yep, 2 extra damage, and he gets a
AJ
card out of
will
it.
go down to 4.
And he forces a Deed to be activated for 3 instead of just for 2.
Alright, so... AJ probably... No way there's lightning bolts in this list. AJ just deeds away the board now. Because you can't take another Grim Lavamancer burn.
Yeah, there's no reason to not do it. I think that's what he's considering. He's like, I think he was wishing he didn't have to spend 3 mana to activate Deed, and
Yeah. Too bad it's not going to work out. Wasteland.
Wow, Wasteland, float the mana.
Now, there's an Umezawa's Jitte left, so
Yeah, so I mean, you just get it for value.
get the Jitte, put it into play. Do you cast the Jitte here now? You probably... So he does cast the Jitte and passes the turn to AJ. Alright, AJ drew a Corrosive Grip for his turn, but it is not the land he wanted for his Jason the Mind Sculptor.
This at least gotta force, 2 wasted mana out of Peebles. The Peebs.
Here goes AJ. He's thinking if he wants... You have to Corrosive Grip. There's nothing else to Corrosive Grip anymore.
I don't think there is anything left to Corrosive Grip. If someone plays Stoneforge Mystics against you on an empty board, and then the equipment he gets is Umezawa's Jitte, I mean, you have to assume there aren't any more Batter Skulls, and there probably aren't any more Sword of Fire and Ice.
So AJ lets him get the counters. I guess...
I mean, he can always just Corrosive Grip whenever he wants, and he won't be able to get the counters. So this is a fine wait.
Oh, so alright, so he mental missteps.
Yeah, because he could just Corrosive Grip the Jitte, and nothing can be gained. In a
That's
split
true.
second.
Able to counter the Figure of Destiny. AJ still doesn't have the land, and he goes with Corrosive Grip on the Jitte.
Yeah. I don't know, I think I would have done it in return.
Oh, Grim Lavamancer picked up.
Wow.
AJ, I believe, is now at 2.
AJ's at 3. AJ's at 3 life.
3?
And you can see him shake his hands in frustration because of that Grim Lavamancer. He knows that he doesn't have any time. Oh, he is at 2.
He's at 2, yeah. They missed the left and adjust from last turn. So, AJ... What can AJ do?
With the cards in hand, he could extend the hand. And congratulations to Benjamin Peebles Mundy. He is going to win round 3. So he's going to 3-0 in this Grand Prix Providence. Brought to you by TCGcollectibles.com.
TJ Collectibles?
TJ. What did I say?
TCG Collectibles.
TJcollectibles.com.
I think AJ was really